Previously on Angels and Demons of Every Realm.
686. Azael. Azael, sometimes separate from Azza, often fused with him, is a fallen glory of the seventh heaven. In the early verses of 3 Enoch, he stands as one of 3 ministering angels, Uzzah, Azza, and Azael. But later he joins the damned, listed among the Maskim, spirits of ruin. For the sin of cohabiting with the daughters of men, Azael was punished with a pierced nose, a divine mark of shame. Yet it was he who gave mankind the forbidden. He taught witchcraft, the ancient art by which mortals once drew sun, moon, and stars down from the sky to worship as gods. His teachings lit the fire of sorcery, and his fall echoed through every age of man. He is referenced in the alphabet of Rabbi Akiba and in Bamberger's Fallen Angels, page 127. (687) Baabiel. In the secretive strands of Kabbalistic lore, Baabiel stands as an angelic servant in the heights of the first heaven. His name surfaces within the 6th and 7th books of Moses, a text veiled in ritual mystery. There, Baabiel is invoked in high ceremonial workings, called upon when the practitioner seeks the watchful guardianship of the celestial realm's earliest sphere. 688. Baal Davaar. In the shadowed echoes of the 18th century Hasidic Judaism, Baal Davaar emerges not as a celestial ally, but as a name whispered for the adversary himself, Ha-Satan. As documented by Bamberger in Fallen Angels, the pious of that era invoked this name in caution, a reminder of the ever-present enemy stalking the hearts of mankind, cloaked under this ominous title. 689. Babel, also known as Baabiel. The grim magics of the Heptameron by Diabano unveil Babel as a celestial messenger bound to the planet Jupiter. Mysteriously listed as an angel of both Wednesday and Friday, Babel's invocation required precise ritual. The adept must face either south or west. Yet in Kabbalistic traditions, this enigmatic figure finds his place as a dweller of the third heaven, a messenger entwined in the mysteries of planetary influence and angelic hierarchy. 690. Angel of the Devil Traps. From the ancient soil of Babylon, terracotta devil traps bear witness to the protective power of unnamed angels. These talismans, etched in Hebrew characters, called upon a mighty angelic force whose identity remains veiled. As recorded by E. O. Wallace Budge in Amulets and Talismans, this guardian was invoked to shield the vulnerable from demonic assault, binding evil spirits beneath the weight of sacred inscriptions. 691. Bachanael. Known in occult circles, Bachanael rules as an angel of the first heaven and reigns over the mysteries of Monday. Though little else is chronicled, his presence in ceremonial magic aligns him with the governing powers of the moon's day, a custodian of lunar secrets and first heaven authority. 692. Bachiel. Bachiel, sometimes called Bachiel or Bachiel, is counted among the angels of the air, serving within the ethereal realm of the fourth heaven. He is invoked from the east, and beyond his role as a guardian of winds, the Ozar Midrashim 2, page 316, places him as a sentinel of the west wind. In mystical lore, he is also associated with the planetary influence of Saturn, dwelling at the threshold between the terrestrial and celestial currents. 693. Bachliel. Another sentinel of the air's sacred forces, Bachliel is known as a vigilant angelic guard of the south wind. Though his tales are veiled in fragments, his role is fixed among the elemental custodians, watching over the cardinal winds in mystical tradition. 694. Badariel, also known as Badajal. Badariel, or Batarjal, descends from the grim chronicles of the first book of Enoch, chapter 69, verse 2, as one of the 200 fallen angels. Once a celestial prince, he joined the rebellious watchers who transgressed their heavenly station, descending to earth in defiance. His fall is inked into the annals of forbidden knowledge, a dark echo of angelic rebellion. 695. Badpatiel. On the protective Kamioth of ancient Hebrew tradition, Badpatiel stands inscribed, a sacred name conjured against the forces of evil. Cited by J. Schreier in Hebrew amulets, his name is whispered in rites of defense, woven into charms meant to repel spirits and shield the bearer from unseen harm. 696. Ba. The enigmatic figure of Ba surfaces within the Testament of Solomon, summoned by the ancient king himself for the exorcising of demons. As a holy instrument of purification, Ba is invoked in the relentless battle against infernal spirits, a fragmentary yet potent name drawn from one of the oldest grimoires of exorcistic lore. 697. Bael, popularly known as Baal. A name of duality, Bael stands both as a divine and a demonic force. Within the Zohar, Bael is mystically equated with the archangel Raphael, a healer and protector. Yet the shadowed grimoires, Wierus's pseudo-monarchia, and the forbidden texts of demonology paint a darker visage. Baal, a mighty king of the eastern division of hell, commanding 60 to 70 legions of devils. His dread form, when summoned, appears with 3 heads, a toad, a man, and a cat, each reflecting a perverse aspect of power as he answers the call of those bold enough to invoke his infernal dominion. 698. Ba-En-Kekon, also known as Ba-En-Kekon. In the veiled corridors of Pistis Sophia Gnosticism, Ba-En-Kekon, known also as Ba-En-Kekon, lurks as the shadowy Aeon angel referred to ominously as the soul of darkness. His name, echoing through forbidden texts, traces back to the Egyptian Book of the Dead, entwining Gnostic dread with ancient Egyptian mortuary rites. He stands not merely as a name, but as a haunting embodiment of dark aeonic forces whispered of in the mysteries of Sophia. 699. Bagdal. From the arcane pages of Eliphas Levi's transcendental magic, Bagdal emerges as a governing genius of the celestial zodiac, partnered with Raziel. Together they rule over Taurus, the bull, a sign steeped in esoteric symbolism. Though a genius, Bagdal's dominion is not of the stars alone, but of the unseen cosmic influences believed by magicians to shape destinies. 700. Bagdial. Born not of scripture nor grimoires, but of modern legend, Bagdial is the brainchild of Isaac Bashevis Singer. In his short story, The Warehouse, dated January 1966, Bagdial appears as a corpulent, bureaucratic angel tasked with the absurdly bureaucratic duty of issuing body cards to souls newly arrived in the lower heavens, a darkly humorous take on celestial order. Though fictional, Bagdial reflects a biting commentary on divine administration in Singer's surreal spiritual satire. 701. Baglis. The ancient mystagogue Apollonius of Tyana names Baglis as a genius presiding over measure and balance in his mystical treatise, the Nuktemeron. An angel of exacting precision, Baglis may be invoked solely in the second hour of the day, when the cosmic scales of balance align. His genius touches on both philosophical and magical disciplines, a guardian of harmony in an ever-chaotic universe. Reference, the Nuktemeron. 702. The Black Angel, also known as Nakir or Munker. In the trembling lore of Islamic tradition, the Black Angel takes the dread forms of Nakir or Munker, the infernal inquisitors of the grave. Some depictions render him with the twisted visage of a Rakshasa, a Hindu demon, a fusion of nightmares. His image survives in Muhammad al-Sudi's treatise on astrology and divination, reproduced grimly in Larousse Encyclopedia of Mythology. The Black Angel stands sentinel over the passage to judgment, a figure of cosmic dread and moral reckoning. 703. Bahaliel. Named among the Ozar Midrashim 2, page 316's secretive catalogue of angelic guardians, Bahaliel is appointed a sentinel of the East Wind's gates. His role remains half-veiled, a spiritual border warden of the unseen winds, a quiet yet potent presence among the guardians of nature's primal forces. 704. Baijel. Counted among the Kabbalistic servants of the fifth heaven, Baijel's name is summoned within the cryptic formulas of the 6th and 7th books of Moses. As with many such angels, his exact duties remain shrouded, yet his station in the 5th celestial realm marks him as a minor but acknowledged force in the heavenly hierarchy. 705. Baktamael. Like Bahaliel, Baktamael appears as a warder of the wind's threshold, specifically the Western Gates, as recorded in the Ozar Midrashim 2, page 316. His title as an angelic guardian echoes the Kabbalistic tradition of elemental oversight, ensuring the sacred balance of Earth's invisible forces. 706. Balam, also known as Balan. Once a shining dominion, now a monstrous king of hell. Balam, depicted with 3 grotesque heads, bull, ram, and man, and a serpent's tail, sits atop a bear, naked in hellish mockery of the celestial order he abandoned. He commands 40 legions of infernal spirits. His imagery, etched into the dark pages of the Grand Grimoire and brought to lurid life by de Plancy in his Dictionnaire Infernal, immortalizes Balam as a symbol of corrupted power and infernal dominion. 707. Balay. Within the Heptameron of Pietro de Abano and echoed in Barrett's Magus, Balay is called upon as a Monday angel, dwelling in the first heaven. Summoning him requires precise ritual. The invoker must face north, a subtle hint at the mystical correspondences underpinning his dominion. 708. Balberith, also known as Berith, Beel, and Elberith. Once a cherubim prince, Balberith fell, and in hell he rose again, not as an angel of light, but as Grand Pontiff and sinister master of infernal ceremonies. Known as the Scriptor, Balberith's hand countersigns the accursed pacts mortals dare strike with the devil. His name crawls through the annals of demonology, cited by de Plancy in the Dictionnaire Infernal, and feared for his role in the Aix-en-Provence possessions, as detailed in The Admirable History of the Possession and Conversion of a Penitent Woman. Mounted upon a horse, crowned, he remains hell's notary, the recorder of damnation itself. 709. Boldak. In the shadowed rites of ritual magic, Boldak is an angel summoned through the arcane operations detailed in Waite's Greater Key of Solomon. Though little is known of his domain, his name echoes across Solomonic invocations, a hidden presence in the vast array of ceremonial spirits called upon for power beyond mortal grasp. 710. Balidet. Serving under the mighty Maimon, Balidet is one of the Saturday angels of the air, ethereal ministers flitting between the spheres of spirit and earth. His presence is recorded among those invoked in the ancient traditions of planetary magic, their roles obscured in time but never forgotten by the old masters of the art. 711. Belial. A companion to Balay, Belial is known as a Monday angel, stationed in either the first or second heaven. Invoked facing north, he stands among the multitude of angelic gatekeepers of the south wind, as listed in the Ozar Midrashim 2, page 316, a minor celestial, yet his name endures in the solemn circles of the Kabbalists. 712 Balkin. From the chill legends of northern witchcraft, Balkin reigns as a beneficent master spirit, sovereign of the northern mountains. His trusted aide, Luridan, a domestic spirit, serves him faithfully. Both are invoked in age-old magical texts like Scott's Discoveries of Witchcraft and Butler's Ritual Magic, appearing in rustic charm and mountain lore as guardians of hidden northern powers.